Trump came in, remember, as a reality TV show person. So he came in and he had his own apparatus. It was his followers. And then his followers helped to influence the other followers, and he continued to lead almost as though he was on a reality TV show. So here that then in 2016, he did his learning, understood deals may have been dealt, hypothesis, but deals may have been dealt to say, hey, if you got the White House back, what would you do differently? Well, now he's done it. So then he comes in. And so the White House has always had an apparatus. I don't think Trump understood the significance of that apparatus, but now he's kind of touched it, Trumpanized it, right? And the White House is always, as it's committed to do, is defend the president of the United States, the integrity of the White House. And then when you add the Trumpinism to it, right, it gives the ability to anything that he does or says, which we've seen, to put it out there. The mainstream media follows everything coming from the White House. Not even they, on both sides, in between the middle, respect to media, do not know how to manage it. And part of it is because it equally needs an apparatus on the other side that reminds it, that allows it to come back, right? Because what happens is the trifecta works because the apparatus would put this information out. It would inform the American people. In that space of the American people, the media would look at responses. Social media would be at an all-time high. And the Democrats wouldn't be following just the narrative of the other side. What's happening now, though, media lit, right, is that the Republicans will flood it again because the White House has a engine. It is part of what I call its defense mechanism, and rightfully so, because it deals with all foreign partners, internationally and domestic, right? And so it has to have the ability to be responsive and do a whole vast multiple things at the same time. And normally, when that is in sync of a sitting party and it's traditional, it's moving like it should. And sometimes you'll see some things, and the White House sometimes will, and the strategy is cause and effect, but those are infrequent. Now you see it where again, there you go, oh my God, there's on the backdrop of the Epstein files, etc. There are a whole host of what I call reasons of further distractions, which we know that this is part of it. You put all that information in the floodgates. Now you got it in the floodgates. Media jumps on it. By the time you get back to what the other issue is, American people based on social, and yet not just American people. So let's understand that the social construct of mediums has moved on. And either if it's not on social media has moved on because now they've understood this, right? And then when you look at kind of algorithms and the big tech guys inauguration, right? You kind of start to see some things. And that's why you need an apparatus that is independent, um, that then puts out this information. That's all it's doing. It's almost like a PR, right? It works in unison with others, right? But it doesn't allow, it does a couple of things. It educates the American people, it keeps the issues forefront. That then is a checks and balances to the other apparatus, right? Because you need it.